Good morning. Welcome to Faith in the Morning. Something good is going to happen to you today, so expect miracles. I'm so glad that you're joining with me today. Faith in the Morning exists to help you start your day with faith and encouragement, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We've been going through our No Longer Mere Mortals every single day, walking through this book and the principles of the book to help you live the supernatural life. Thank you for all those who bought your copy already. It's available wherever books are sold, from Walmart to Target, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon. Thank you for all those who got your copy already. We'll return to that, but today is going to be a special day, as you heard me share about over the last few months, where we do another rest checkup. And what we're about to share with you today is an audio from a recent Men of Faith meeting where I met with these men and shared with them how to be empowered through rest and how rest can come through community. That God wants you to be empowered through rest, and he has rest on his mind for you. So I'm going to play the audio for you and then let you listen to it and enjoy and know that God has rest for you, he has refreshing for you, and it's a whole different mindset that when you begin to think this way, not only will you get more done, but you get it done being rested and refreshed and enjoying the blessing of God. Enjoy today's message.
You got to retrain yourself to turn off work mode. It's like on our phones. I have it on my phone, on my laptop, do not disturb. You have to check that in your mind. Do not disturb. I am not in work mode. I'm in rest mode. And the thing is, if you rest like this on a regular basis, you'll get more done in work mode. So because when it's time for work mode, you won't be worn out. A lot of times we glorify our hustle, and it's good to hustle. I believe in hustling under the grace of God. I believe in working hard under the blessing of God. But we won't be able to work right or hustle right if we don't rest right. And what happens, we don't work right because we didn't rest right, then we're dissatisfied with our work, and then we feel guilty, we feel upset, and we have a whole bunch of emotional, mental problems that we don't know how to deal with. And other areas of our life suffer because we're frustrated because of the work of our hands didn't produce what we wanted to. One of the ways we value ourselves as guys, whether it's right or wrong, one of the things we do is we judge ourselves by what we do. The work of our hands, what success we've had, what have we gotten done. That's how we view ourselves. That's how we judge ourselves. And the thing is, if you want that to go higher, you got to rest right. You have to be empowered through rest. And then if you have the opportunity, reevaluate and rethink your schedule. If you have the opportunity to begin to change when you work and how you work and your hours. Not everybody has this opportunity, but if you do, research, when are you the most alert? When are you the most focused? When do you get the most done? If you have the opportunity to make your own hours, especially if you're someone working from home and you don't have to interact with others on certain things, rewrite your schedule to the schedule that works for you so that you can produce, so that you can get done what you need to get done, but also you can still rest. You may be a person, you're an early bird. So you say, I'd rather start at 6 a.m. and work 4 or 5 hours straight. Then I'd rather take a 5-hour break and finish up 2 to 4 hours at the end of the day. If that's you, be you. Ask God for that opportunity. Ask God for that wisdom so that you operate the way that you are to operate. Well, let me jump to the next verse. I hope that's helped you so far. And I'm talking a little bit longer than I thought I would. Let me go to the next verse. Go to Proverbs chapter 11. Proverbs chapter 11. Proverbs chapter 11. We're going to look at verse 25. And I'll read it from the New King James. It says, the generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. The generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. Now, one other thing about watering, let's grab this container that we use for our property, for our garden and everything. You know, I was working through our yard, different fruit trees, different things I want to produce, been focusing on my yard, some things I pruned and all the other stuff. But when it comes from water, I had to water this week because it's raining. But when I do have to water, let's say if I want to put some nutrients or fertilizer or whatever in there, there has to be something inside for me to water. If there's nothing inside, there's no point. There's no pour if there's nothing inside. And so the thing is, we have to pour into our families. It's true. We have to pour into those that God has called us to pour into. But if we don't put something on the inside, we cannot pour. And so the whole thing that those who water will be refreshed themselves. We have to make sure that we're receiving from God in our daily life, that we're actually taking time every day to be in the Word, to be in His presence, to spend time with Him, to make sure that we're rested so that we can pour into others. So number one, we have to make sure that we're receiving if we ever expect to pour into others. But number two, we have to put ourselves in position to help others be refreshed. That's what I'm saying, empowered through rest and community. The more we limit ourselves from community, the less refreshing we will receive. The more we limit ourselves and keep ourselves from community, from having real relationships, the less rest we will receive, the less refreshing we'll receive. And some answers that you've been praying for, God, tell me what to do, show me what to do. God has put that answers in other people He's called you to have a relationship with. And you say, well, God answered my question. He did. He gave that wisdom to somebody else, but you just don't want to talk to someone, have a real relationship. I'm not talking about the, hey, how you doing? What's up? That's not a relationship. That's just a greeting. But actually building a relationship and having community. And the thing is, it's like, well, people got issues. Well, you are people and you got issues too. We all got issues. But part of community, the community of faith, is we bear with one another. We put up with each other. That's what it means. We help keep each other strong.
Well, that's it for now. I'll share more with you in a little bit. Remember, something good is going to happen to you today. Expect miracles. If you haven't already, subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or subscribe to our Faith Christian Center YouTube channel. Have a great day.